Yo YouTube, it's me, it's TJC, and I'm here today for a review of the largest event in WWE history, WrestleMania 32, with an attendance breaking record of 101,000 people. So, going to WrestleMania, obviously there was a lot of concern for whether the card would deliver or not, but all I can say, this WrestleMania didn't suck. We'll go with it didn't suck. That's what we'll call it. So anyway, before we get into the in-depth review, just want to make it clear, as always, this is a results and review video, so things will be spoiled. If you don't want things spoiled, stop watching. Makes sense, doesn't it? Just spoiler alert. There you go. Alright, so let's jump right into the pre-show. The first match of the night, we had the United States Championship match. Kalisto, the United States Champion, defending against Ryback. And, what can I say about this match? Let me start off by saying, Kalisto won in relatively easy fashion, I guess. He hit the SDS, or the Slit del Sol, after Hurricane into the exposed steel turnbuckle. So Ryback kept his heat a little bit there, but this match was decent, considering its placement on the card and what it could have been, so. Actually, this match started, the entire audience wasn't even in the arena yet. Like, literally half the audience was only there, and so they got a little bit screwed there, but it is what it is. My biggest problem with this match is that Ryback wasn't a full-blown heel yet, and he isn't a full-blown heel yet, so it's very clear this feud will definitely continue. But yeah, we need Ryback to, make the turn, make the turn, alright? And so I'm actually appreciate WWE putting a slow build on the turn. He hasn't turned heel yet, per se, which is nice, because I hate it when someone just turns heel overnight. It's like, why? So yeah, it's a slow burn for Ryback, but it's getting to the point where it's a little too slow. You gotta speed it up, make him turn. Probably tomorrow, probably Raw will be great, do that. If not, the next Raw. It's gotta happen. It's gotta happen. So, yeah. It was a decent match. Simple David versus Goliath story. Ryback controlled most of the match. Kalisto hit a couple of cool high-flying moves. Ryback hit a bunch of powerhouse moves. Blah blah blah. Great. There was actually this one spot where it's like Ryback had Kalisto up in a stall suplex. That was pretty cool. On the top rope, the stall suplex on the top rope. The stall superplex. That's crazy. Kalisto reversed it though into a crossbody off the top, so that was a cool spot. And another issue. Damn commercials. Them commercials. Why? Don't put commercials during a match. Like, seriously, why? Why? You have 2 hours to work with of pre-show to put commercials. Why put it during the match? I don't know. But whatever. I mean, honestly, this match should have been on the main card. It's the United States Championship match. It should have been on the main card. It really hurts the prestige of the title to not be on the main card. But it is what it is, so yeah. Anyway, all in all, I'm going to give that match a C+. Decent way to, start the pre-show. So yeah. Moving on. Second match of the night. Second match on the pre-show. We have Team Total Divas taking on Team Bad and Blonde. The bill for this match was horrible. That's the first thing I had to make it clear. That it was just awful. Pointless. Stupid. Ridiculous. Like, I don't know any other words to describe how bad this build was. But yeah, Team Total Divas won when Brie submitted Naomi with the yes lock. And but yeah, this match honestly was just really poorly built, and I think it's hilarious that WWE officials thought Ava would get cheered. That's funny. That's funny. Anyway, but yeah, this match actually, I will have to be fair, this match was surprisingly decent considering what it could have been. This could have been awful. Like, going in, I had the lowest expectations for this match, and it was surprisingly okay. Like, it didn't suck. I mean, it wasn't good, but it didn't suck. So, there's that. Cool couples will have, Paige did a somersault senton from the top or to the outside. That was cool. Lana debuted, so that was interesting. And she looked pretty decent. She was clearly being protected, though. She didn't wrestle too much, but the time we did get to see her wrestle, pretty impressive. But that's what I'm saying. She didn't wrestle a lot, so yeah, they were clearly protecting her. They didn't want her to be too exposed as just yet. So, but anyway, my biggest thing is Emma, right? Emma was in this match. Emma, as we all know, has been in NXT for quite a while now, and doing really good work in NXT. Is she being moved to the main roster again? If so, well deserved. But honestly, that kind of disappoints me because I feel like the NXT roster could use Emma. But if they're moving her up, I'm not complaining. It's good to see Emma finally being used properly, or maybe not properly, but just used. So, yeah. And I have to credit Brie for that amazing yes lock transition. Like, I don't even know what happened. She rolled through into the yes lock. Like, it was sick as fuck. Like, good shit. Anyway, all in all, this match was relatively boring. But it was the pre-show, and it was better than I expected. So I'll give it a C-, not an F, C-. So yeah. Anyway, moving on to the next match on the pre-show main event, if you will. No, it wasn't really a main event match. No, it actually was a really bad match. The Usos versus the Dudley Boys. This match was short as fuck, and it had commercials. Thanks, WWE. Anyway, the match was kind of boring too. It was hard to, it's hard to put on a good match with a good story when you're given nothing to work with. So, but that's exactly what happened here. So, it was great heel work by Bubba though. Bubba's a great heel. So good for Bubba for that. And something that really bothers me: so many goddamn super kicks. Way to bury the sweet shit music. Jesus. My god. Shawn Michaels retires and everybody's throwing feet around everywhere. Oh, Shawn Michaels retired? Oh, super kick. There must have been 10 super kicks in this match alone. And 30 super kicks in the night. Jesus Christ. Stop the super kicks. Anyway. Something that really bothered me, this Dudley hypocrite gimmick, where they're saying we're not going to use tables, but then they get tables, really bothers me. And not in a good way. It makes zero sense. Just drop that angle. The angle's so stupid. Either they stop using tables, or they use tables still. Which one is it? Stop the hypocrite shit. It's not... It doesn't get them heat, it just makes people confused, and it's just awkward. So stop the hypocrite gimmick with the tables. And yeah, honestly, I feel like the Dudleys should have won this match, because, the Usos won by pinfall after a super kick. The Dudleys needed this win if they're going to be contenders in the tag team division moving on. If they're not going to be contenders in the tag team division moving on, if they're not going to be contenders, what the hell are you doing with the Dudleys? The Dudleys are tag team contenders always, all the time. So yeah, they really needed this win over the Usos, but it is what it is, Whatever. But yeah, the Dudley Boys attacked the Usos after the match, and the Usos got the upper hand. Hit a double splash with the tables on the Dudleys. So, all in all, kind of boring, kind of disappointing. But, I gotta appreciate some nice heel work and some decent tag team wrestling the time they had. So I'm gonna give it a C-. I ain't gonna give it an F. I'm gonna give it a C-. Being a little lenient here. It's on the pre-show too as well, so I cut some slack. Give it a C-. Alright, on to the main card. We open the show with the Intercontinental Championship ladder match. And so, this match was a spot fest. That's all it was. It was a spot fest. That's not a bad thing. This was just awesome to watch. All these ladder spots were crazy. Sin Cara in particular had some crazy ladder spots in that match. It was ridiculous. He got pushed off the ladder by Sammy, and as he was pushed off, his feet landed on the ropes and he did a springboard into a launching dive into everybody on the outside. That was awesome. There's another moment where he was pushed off the ladder and he did a crossbody to Stardust through a ladder. That was crazy. Yeah, and oh my god, Sammy suplexed Owens. He did a half and half suplex to Owens on a ladder. It looked so devastating. Owens' head just landed on the ladder. Oh my god, it looked so devastating. Holy crap, I hope Owens is okay. Jesus, that looked like it hurt. It looked like it hurt bad. Oh my god. Anyway. Yeah, there was a bunch of finishers too on the ladders, Miz hit skull crushing finales on ladders, and Crossroads is on ladders and shit. There's just so many crazy spots, as you could expect from this type of match. There's even a moment where Ziggler was super kicking everybody in his path. That's another thing. Ziggler threw 10 super kicks in this match. Stop super kicking people. I'm okay if you use a super kick, but 10 times a match? Really? Just stop. Okay, whatever. Anyway, for those of you that don't know, guess who won this match? Here, I'll give you some time. Guess. You guys guess? Okay, you're wrong. It was Zack Ryder. Zack Ryder won this freaking match. After years of being buried by management, after years of being irrelevant and not good enough to manage it, after years of being a jobber, and 4 years after WWE decided to stop Zack Ryder's push, they decided, hey, Zack Ryder, you're getting pushed again. You're going to be the Intercontinental Champion. I don't know what to say. It was a legitimate surprise ending, and it was hype. It was really hype. I'm not going to lie. I was I jumped out of my seat. I was like, oh my god, Zack Ryder just won a match at WrestleMania for the Intercontinental Championship. What? That's crazy. That's crazy. So, I don't know. I don't know. I still can't believe Zack Ryder just won that match. But, Zack winning is kind of a mixed bag, to be honest. Because on one hand, it's great to see Zack, getting pushed again. Because I always knew that Zack could be a solid mid-carder. I never, some people were jumping the gun and saying, oh, I could be a WWE champion. No, he should never be WWE champion ever. But he can be a solid mid-carder. And he deserves, to be a solid mid-carder. And, he deserves to be used regularly in the mid-card, in my opinion. He's good enough to be a solid mid-carder and a really popular mid-carder at that. And it looks like WWE finally has decided to listen to that. So, that's cool, I guess. On the other hand, Zack hasn't won a match on Raw. Well, actually, he won a match on Raw against Chris Jericho on the Go Home show. But before that, Zack hadn't won a match on Raw since 2014, early 2014. Zack's win-loss record was some crazy shit, it was stupid, 3-1 losses to wins. And now he's Intercontinental Champion. It kind of hurts the prestige of the title. That said, if they book Ryder good from here on out, that won't matter too much. But if they don't, and if Zack Ryder goes back to relevancy after losing the title, then this all would turn out to mean nothing and really hurt the prestige of the title. So, WWE, I'm counting on you not to fuck this up. Please don't fuck this up. Anyway, Last question. What about Owens and Zayn? Because I thought they were going to feud for I thought Owens was going to retain, and then they were going to feud for the Intercontinental title until like SummerSlam, or Zayn would win the title. Which would personally be what I would have done. I mean, no offense to Zack Ryder, but I was glad to see Ryder get the spot in the match. But to me, he shouldn't have won. I mean, I'm happy for him, and heck, I'm not even mad that he won. But I would preferred Owens retained. But it is what it is. Anyway, but so now it looks like we're gonna get Zayn versus Owens non-title, or potentially we just not get it at all. That would suck. We need to get this feud, please, WWE, don't stop this feud. I was really hoping it'd be for the title, but if you're gonna make it non-title feud, that's fine. It can hold its own as a non-title feud probably. So yeah, all in all, good spot fest. It was fun, you know, crazy, like, completely unpredictable ending. Like I wouldn't have guessed in 100 million years that Ryder was gonna win. So give this IC title match a B+. Okay, moving on to the second match on the main card. You know, fifth match of the night. You have Styles versus Chris Jericho. AJ Styles versus Chris Jericho. In a fourth match against one another. You know, and this match was good. Okay, it was a good match, but it wasn't as good as Fastlane. What I did like about it better than Fastlane, though, was that Chris was a true heel, whereas at Fastlane he was the default heel, but he was still a face. You know what I mean? So, but here is a true heel, but still the action itself at Fastlane was better, but there was some more heat in this rivalry, I think, for WrestleMania. A better heel to face dynamic. But overall, Fastlane was a better match. There's some nice spots though. You know, there was like a Walls of Jericho that actually was reversed into a calf killer by Styles. That was cool. And there was this crazy bump, like this crazy like it was like a reverse suplex off the top by Styles, and both of them just go crashing to the mat. It was ridiculous. It was crazy, and that was a crazy bump. Anyway, Jericho won. I know, crazy. Jericho won by pinfall after he caught Styles with a codebreaker. Styles went for the phenomenal forearm, and Jericho caught him with the codebreaker from it, and he won. I was so surprised because Jericho is known just to put people over. It's like, you want to be put over? I'll put you over. So to see Jericho go over at WrestleMania against AJ Styles, I would not have guessed that in a million years. That's another thing. The common theme of the night was unpredictability. Happened a lot, except for the main event. We'll get to that later. But for the most of the night, it's pretty unpredictable. So that was that helped Mania a little bit there. So considering they're now tied at 2 wins apiece, as much as, you know, I think they should move on from this feud, they're kind of in a situation where they can't just move on here. There needs to be a 5th match. Someone's got to win this feud, preferably Styles. So they have to have a 5th match. And there needs to be, when the 5th match happens, there needs to be a stipulation. It can't be another singles match. We've seen that 4 times now, and all of the 4 of them were great matches. It's not that they weren't good. It's just that we've seen it time and time again. We need something different. I don't care what the stipulation is. 2 out of 3 falls. Iron Man. I quit. I don't care. Just something interesting. A submission match. Would that be cool? But anyway, but just a stipulation needs to be added to their next match if they want to make it interesting and a true tiebreaker. Honestly, I'd prefer if they held off until Extreme Rules to have the 5th match. Don't have it at Payback, because if you don't know, Payback and Extreme Rules are switched in the pay-per-view schedule. Payback happens after Mania, followed by Extreme Rules. So I want them to hold off until Extreme Rules so they can end their feud in some extreme matchup. But Payback works too. Just some kind of stipulation needs to be added whenever this 5th match does happen. But overall, good match. Kind of disappointed Styles didn't win his first match at Mania, but at the end of the day, it's just a loss. It's just a single loss. That won't define his. That loss is not going to define his entire career or anything. I mean, it's a scripted sport. So, yeah. But I'm gonna give that to B+. All right. So moving on to The League of Nations versus the New Day. First, let me just say, that was probably the single greatest entrance in the history of wrestling ever. I don't know, that's it. A+. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. No, but that entrance was crazy good. just a box of cereal. I don't know what to say though. It was just awesome. Anyway, the match itself was pretty meh. Not very entertaining. It seems to me that these two teams don't have very much chemistry. So I really like if they just moved on from the feud. But it's clear that they're not going to, considering League of Nations won after Barrett distracted Xavier or something. And I don't remember, Sheamus bro kicked him or something. Anyway, the League of Nations won, which sucked because the New Day. You want the New Day to win, right? It's the New Day, but it is what it is. Really, this match should have been for the tag titles. Make it feel a little more. First of all, New Day should have won, and it should have been for the tag titles to make it seem more interesting than it was. But hey, whatever. But yeah, they'll probably continue the feud, which sucks because I'm just tired of this feud. But hopefully, New Day will retain whenever they get a shot, or the League of Nations gives another shot, and they'll move on. But it was actually really nice to see Shawn Michaels, Mick Foley, and Stone Cold come out, and for them just to kick the League of Nations and New Day's ass. That was great. Nice nostalgia feel to that, Stone Cold just stuttering everybody and freaking beer everywhere. And that was good. That was good. So, with the ending, the match, and the phenomenal entrance by New Day, give the whole thing a C+. Certainly not a highlight of the night, but it didn't suck. That's what I felt. That's what I felt like this entire show was. This entire show was just like, that didn't suck. That's just all I could think after every single match. That didn't suck. I think that's what defines this WrestleMania. Just WrestleMania 32, the WrestleMania that didn't suck. Oh god. Anyway, moving on. We have Brock Lesnar versus Dean Ambrose in a no-holds-barred street fight. Let me just start off by saying this match was way, 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 way too short. What were they thinking? 12 minutes? Really? The show went 50 minutes over. They really couldn't have given this match more time. I mean, you've already gone 50 minutes over. Might as well just go 60 minutes over, give 10 more minutes to this match. Why not? Nope, though. 12-minute match. Ridiculous. Brock Lesnar and Dean Ambrose with a really hype match going in. It was just so disappointing because it just, first of all, it was cut short. That's first of all. Second of all, it wasn't extreme enough. I mean, I know it's the PG era, but you advertise this match as a no-holds-barred street fight. You don't advertise it as a no-holds-barred match. You don't advertise it as a street fight. You advertise it as a no-holds-barred street fight. So, I'm expecting a no-holds-barred street fight. And it felt more like a no disqualification match. A really basic no disqualification match. That's what it felt like, at best. I mean, you can't tease all these extreme moments and they just don't happen. Like, I realize Ambrose can't cut Lesnar with a chainsaw. That would be... No, don't do that. I understand that, but like... I think he should have took the barbed wire shot. I mean, make this match feel more important. I think there should have been tables. I think there should have been ladders. I think there should have been the ring bell involved. Like, there just needs to be more here. I think they should have brawled through the crowd. But, alas, it didn't happen. So yeah, just all in all, very disappointing match. That said, disappointing, but not bad. It was still a good match, just disappointing considering how good it could have been. Oops. dropped something, sorry. But considering how good this match could have been, it was disappointing. But it was a decent match. And something I noticed is that Ambrose didn't go for a single rebound clothesline that entire match. Surprised, because he goes for usually he goes for 6 a single match. So yeah, he didn't go for a single one. But Dean looked good in a loss, to be fair. I mean, I think Lesnar deserved to win or not necessarily deserved, but he needed to win this because to keep his beast image, or whatever. And I think Ambrose can recover from this loss nicely, and I think someone else can benefit from beating Lesnar. I feel like now was not the time for Lesnar to lose, and so I'm not mad about the ending at all. So all in all, it was a decent match, just disappointing. So give it a B. Anyway, moving on to the 8th match of the night, arguably match of the night. We have the triple threat match for the Women's Championship. That's right, Women's Championship. Early in the night, Lita decides, hey, you know what? Fuck the Divas Championship. Fuck the Divas division. It's the fucking Women's division with the Women's Championship. Amazing. Great. Phenomenal. That's awesome. So awesome. So yeah, triple threat match for the Women's Championship. Divas Championship is retired. And it's a triple threat match, obviously, between Charlotte, Sasha Banks, and Becky Lynch. Hype. That's all I can say. Hype. So they all came out to great entrances. Becky, this crazy steampunk shit with fucking steam everywhere. And Sasha comes up with Snoop Dogg singing her theme. And then Charlotte came out with a nice Ric Flair robe. Nice callback to the Nature Boy. So, the match itself was really good. I think it was match of the night. Where, it could be argued it wasn't, but I think it was. Charlotte at one point hit a moonsault from the top to the outside to both her opponents. That was crazy. And one point, Charlotte locked in the figure 4 on Becky, and Sasha broke it up with a frog splash. Speaking of frog splash and Sasha, actually, Sasha wore ring gear inspired by Eddie Guerrero. That was cool. And there's actually one spot where Sasha dived for the ropes, hit Charlotte down, then Becky dived for the ropes and hit Rick down. That was great. And it was just a really strong wrestling match. Ooh, the one point where they were trading submission finishers. I think it was how'd they do it? Becky got Charlotte and disarmer, and then Sasha hit a backstabber and backstabbed into Becky, and then Charlotte locked in the figure 4 on Sasha from there, and Becky ended up breaking that up. So that was a great sequence. That was an awesome sequence. That was cool. My biggest gripe, two things to say about this match, right? First of all, there was quite a few botches, which I'm willing to forgive because these women were, first of all, this is our first WrestleMania. I'm sure they were really freaking nervous, that's first of all. Second of all, the match was really good regardless of the botches. Third of all, they were trying some crazy shit that most men wouldn't attempt to do in a match, and they attempted it, and just because it didn't look pretty, I have to give them credit for just attempting it. So I'm willing to let those botches slide a little bit. But that said, there were quite a few botches, and they did hurt the match quality, because this match went from being an A+ or an A to an A-. Still best match of the night though. And another thing, Charlotte winning was kind of a disappointment. Not that I don't like Charlotte. In fact, I think Charlotte deserves to be Women's Champion. I think she's a great representative to be Women's Champion. But I feel like a Sasha win or a Becky win would have done more for the idea of resetting the women's division. It would have felt more like a reset. It felt more like a start over. But, it was whatever. Charlotte deserves it. It's just a little bit disappointing. I would have liked to seen Becky, and I know a lot of people would like to have seen Sasha win. So I can definitely see where they're coming from. And yeah, I think Charlotte shouldn't have won here, but it is what it is. Great match regardless. And I have to give it an A-, this entire match. Really good stuff, really good stuff. Okay, moving on to arguably the most important match on the card as far as the stipulations in it. We have The Undertaker versus Shane McMahon inside Hell in a Cell. First of all, I'd like to say, before I get into anything, I'm going to say I gave this an A-. However, it wasn't for the match quality, it was for the crazy spots. One in particular. But yeah, the actual match itself was like really slow and plodding, and it was kind of funny to watch Taker try and sell Shane's offense. that was pretty funny actually to try and watch that. But yeah, the match itself was kind of boring. But when Shane went out of the ring, got the bolt cutters, cut open the steel cage or the Hell in a Cell, and they start fighting on the outside, it's like, oh my god, when was the last time people fought on the outside of Hell in a Cell? It was crazy. Like, it was like awesome to see. And then some crazy table spots and shit. One point, Shane had a sleeper on Undertaker, and Undertaker just drove both himself and Shane through a table. He just jumped through the table to get him off him. That was a cool spot. But the spot everybody will be talking about, and the spot that got the A- grade, was when Shane McMahon climbed to the top of Hell in a Cell. The top. Jumped off with an elbow to Undertaker through a table. Lucky for Undertaker, Undertaker moved out of the way. Unlucky for Shane, he fell 25 feet off Hell in a Cell through a table. I mean, huge respect to Shane for doing something I thought I'd only see in a WWE video game, because that was crazy. Crazy spot. So after that, Taker brought Shane back in the ring. Tombstone, 23-1 at WrestleMania. So I'm glad Undertaker won, because it makes Brock's win over him seem more legitimate. Because it would hurt the streak, I think, a little bit if someone else won as well. So I think Brock should be the one in 23-1. That's that. Leave it at that. So yeah, so I'm glad Undertaker won. On the other hand, Shane losing is really sad, because now Shane's not going to be a recurring character on TV. And, it was kind of obvious that this was just made to make Mania more exciting. It was clear that there was never going to be... It was never going to be like Shane. Shane was never going to, take over for real. And that was obvious, but it was still kind of disappointing, because now we have 10 more years of Vince McMahon. Not that I don't like Vince McMahon. I like Vince. Vince is a genius. He really is. But I feel like as smart as Vince is, he has not adapted to the times as well as he has not adapted to the times. Like, he's a genius, but he needs to let someone else take the reins for a little bit. So, but that's another video, another day, another discussion. We're not here to talk about Vince. So yeah, Undertaker versus Shane McMahon. Good match. Well, no, good spots, I should say. The match itself is kind of boring, but the spots were crazy. So I gotta give the spots an A-. A- for all of that. Anyway, moving on. We have a little bit of a break from the 30-minute match that was Undertaker versus Shane McMahon. We have the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, or as I like to call it, the Andre the Giant Jobber Battle Royal. Every single person in this match was a freaking jobber, except for Kane and Big Show. That's it. That was literally the only non-jobbers in this match. Way to really hurt the prestige of this match, like, honestly. This trophy isn't prestigious like it should be. And it's kind of sad to see, that. But we did get some nice surprise entrances from DDP, Tatanka, Shaquille O'Neal, and Baron Corbin. Who, by the way, Baron Corbin won. Yeah. Baron Corbin from NXT won the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. So Corbin winning was definitely the right move. Like, given all the options in the match, I'm glad Corbin won. And it makes me wonder, is Corbin coming to the main roster? I mean, I know there's reports of him traveling to the main roster at one point or another, but you would think, he would use NXT. He'd be in NXT a little bit more to develop his skills a little bit more. And that's not to knock on Corbin, but you feel like there are people more ready. And that's not to say that Corbin isn't ready per se. I just feel like Corbin has more to do in NXT. Well, for example, most in particular, Samoa Joe. I think Samoa Joe should have been put in this position, not Corbin. Nothing against Corbin, but I feel like Corbin could have accomplished more in NXT, whereas Samoa Joe could have used this one to be catapulted on the main roster. But it is what it is. I'm actually happy Corbin won. I'm actually happy for Corbin. Good to see WWE not putting it on like Kane or Big Show again, because I'm actually looking towards the future a little bit, giving Corbin a decent quality victory in his debut at WrestleMania. So I don't know if he's going to move to the main roster or not, but either way, good to see Corbin win. But yeah, give this match a C. Really kind of boring, but it is what it is. Give it a C. Anyway, moving on, we have a surprise match on the card. We have The Rock versus Eric Rowan. We knew The Rock was in WrestleMania, we didn't know he would be wrestling. And, well, wrestling. Yeah. We have The Rock versus Eric Rowan. 6-minute match. Oh, excuse me. No, don't forget that. 6-second match. How about that? Yeah, 6-second. That starts rock bottom 1, 2, 3. Yep. Yeah. So that's what happened. So, first of all, way to bury the Wyatt family. Well, I take that back. They weren't buried, but they didn't benefit from this at all. Like, they really didn't. I mean, it was kind of like nice to see The Rock, do his crazy promo shit, and, it's always good to see The Rock do crazy promo shit, right? But the promo was way too long. His walk to the ring was like 10 minutes long. It was like, his walk to the ring was like 3 Undertaker entrances long. Like, just stop, Rock, stop. And it was just clear that WWE has no idea how to handle the Wyatts here. No freaking clue. Oh yeah, and John Cena came back. Yeah, that's cool. John Cena. Great. So yeah, give it a C for some nice nostalgia with The Rock. And, John Cena being there, that was cool, great. But it went on too long. The Wyatts did not benefit from this at all. So yeah, I can't give it anything higher than a C. I think a C is being a little generous too, but I'm just going to stick with a C. Anyway, moving on to the main event, the one which you've all been waiting for. The World Heavyweight Championship match. Triple H versus Roman Reigns. Let me start off by saying, Triple H's entrance though. Did you see the entrance? If you did not see the entrance, you gotta go look up the entrance. The entrance was phenomenal. That was a crazy good entrance. Like, Jesus. Wow. And just Steph being that, like... I can't even explain it. Just go watch it. If you haven't seen the entrance, go watch it, okay? I'm not even gonna try to explain it. Alright? Just go watch. Look up WrestleMania 32 Triple H entrance. You will not be disappointed. It's fucking awesome. Alright? I'm not even gonna try to explain it. Entrance is great. Something I noticed. First of all, Roman wasn't booed that bad. I was surprised. I was expecting much worse boos. So I'm thinking, is there some support out there? Or did WWE just cut the mics? I think they cut the mics, and too bad, because I feel bad for Roman, because Roman Reigns is a great talent. I mean, who's been booked awfully. He really shouldn't be given these all main events and all these championships right off the bat. I mean, he should have faced Triple H in a grudge match, not the main event, not for the title. But, you know, here we are for the title in the main event. But yeah, the predictability really hurt this match. I mean, because you weren't feeling like on the edge of your seat at all. Everybody just sort of waiting. It's like, when is Roman gonna win? Everybody's just waiting. When is Roman gonna win? It also didn't help that this match happened after 6 hours of wrestling before. The crowd was freaking burnt out for this match, right? And so, with all that said, though, it was a good match. Like, it really was a good match. I think once again Roman Reigns proved that he can deliver. Yeah, the match was kind of dull in a sense because of the placement, and because of the predictability, but take that away, it was a good match. I think that's where you have to like separate Roman Reigns from WWE booking. WWE isn't doing Roman any favors, and Roman gets all the heat for it, So I feel really bad for Roman because Roman is a top tier talent. I mean, he proves it all the time, and tonight was a reason where he put on the best match he possibly could given the circumstances. But obviously, smarks don't give him credit. I expect that. It's whatever. Because I will be the first to say, the hate Roman gets isn't unwarranted. I mean, the idiots who say he can't wrestle are stupid. I think there are many Roman Reigns supporters who will admit that Roman can wrestle. I think that is true because I think it's really hard to argue he can't wrestle. I mean, Roman Reigns can clearly wrestle. But yeah, it's really annoying. I agree when he comes up to the Shield theme, Shield gear. That's the Shield, man. Like, don't fuck with the Shield, dude. Like, you're ruining a Shield reunion. Dean and Seth evolved when the Shield split. Why can't you? I know you can, just WWE won't let you, which is stupid. But whatever. Another thing is Mike's skills are mediocre. Gotta work on those, but WWE keeps on having him cut Cena-esque promos, Rock-esque promos. Dude, Roman Reigns is like Sting on the mic. Don't have him cut promos all the time. Seriously. Like, I don't know what WWE's thinking. I really don't. But yeah, Roman, good on Roman. I feel good for Roman. I'm glad for him that he won this. I'm really, really, really sad that WWE is really stupid when it comes to booking Roman. But anyway, to the match, really good match. Nice pace, really good pace for a championship match, and there felt like legitimate heat between the two of them, and it felt like a main event to me. And there was actually this one spot where Trips threw Roman onto the announce table, right? And as Roman was getting up, right, Triple H neckbreakered him off the announce table. That was crazy. That was a crazy spot. And then there was another one where Roman Reigns actually speared Triple H through the barricade. That was a cool spot too. And Roman Reigns speared Stephanie. Yeah, that was a cool spot. I think they booked it as an accident. Like, Triple H moved out of the way and Stephanie was there, but still Stephanie got speared. That's always cool. So, yeah. This match was good in the sense of the match itself was good. But it was so predictable. The WWE didn't go for any swerve at all. They went for the most predictable ending possible. Really, really predictable. Like, too predictable. Just that really hurt the match quality, and the match shouldn't have been for the title. It should have been a grudge match, and it shouldn't have been the main event. If this were a grudge match and then not the main event, I feel like Roman would have got some more support, and I also feel like the match would have been better, and I feel like WrestleMania as a whole would have been better. But it's what it is. I was really hoping for a heel turn for Roman, actually, because I haven't had nothing against Roman as a face, but I feel like he would be a better heel, and I feel like He's getting booed anyway. Turn him heel, you know. Actually, a double turn would have been cool too if Triple H would have turned face. But, you know, obviously it didn't happen. Or when he came out, Ultimate Babyface, Cena 2.0, great. So, yeah. All in all, I'll give it a B+. A good main event. Horrible booking. Really predictable. Saw this coming from tens of thousands of miles away. So, yeah. Anyway, all in all, WrestleMania was a decent show. I mean, it wasn't great. It was just average at best. And I think, like I said earlier, the best way to describe WrestleMania this year is that it didn't suck. WrestleMania 32, the WrestleMania that didn't suck. So, yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna get up out because I've been talking for 45, almost 46 minutes. That's crazy. Jesus. So, I'm gonna shut the fuck up. Alright, so thank you for watching. If you did get all the way over here, you know, thank you. Like, means a lot to me. Also, make sure to like, you know, subscribe, share this video with all your friends. It'd be nice, it'd be great. And subscribe if you want more content from yours truly. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna get up out. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time. Peace.